Well, let's hit this.
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay. Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve.
Welcome back to Cruising with Steak. Grimerica here, along with James Cruz, my main man, my main squeeze, and my third squeeze, Mr. Pseudo James Cruz, aka Cliff Wall, aka Felix Ortega. Who the only man I know that shows up to a podcast with a harmonica strapped around his neck, and I love it. So what's up, guys? How's it going? Another Tuesday night. Dude. We're live here on grimerca.ca/FM.
Is that where we are?
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
We should be. We're doing it live. We're here. I'm queer. We're going to have Conspirinormal join us in a little bit later in the show. And
can't wait.
We're just going to hang out for a little bit, shoot the shit. I want to say, I don't want to jinx it quite yet because there's still like a half hour left, but every time we've done a show with Conspirinormal, there's been a mass shooting, like the week of. So this is the first time we've done a show with them, and there isn't recent news of a mass shooting. So, hey, broke the curse.
I'm scared now.
I would be too. I mean, it could still happen in the next half hour, but I don't know.
Just news of a lady claiming she's Native American.
Oh, dude, Elizabeth Warren. She's fucking nuts. So does that mean Trump has to pay the 1/1024th of $1 million to her?
Was it $1 million, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Cherokee Nation is now like disowning her. It's a bunch of nonsense going on.
Yeah.
It's
not valid.
No.
This is bullshit.
It's all just madness and nonsense. Then you got that. Then you have Trump online tweeting, calling old Stormy Daniels a horse face.
Yeah, I heard
it's like when I see hashtag horse face trending, I'm just like, oh god. But you know what? He's the shitposter's president, so would you expect anything less?
Right.
Just it's pure chaos. Pure chaos.
Oh, and then Saudi Arabia constantly saying that they had nothing to do with that fucking reporter being
right. See, that's BS because Trump's like, what? I called him up. He said it was cool. I mean, I'm gonna believe him. Oh, jeez.
Now they might had it. Nothing to see here. Oh wait, there might have been an interrogation gone wrong. Yeah, holy shit.
Just nonsense, man.
I shed a tear for that guy. Jesus.
Was he an American journalist?
Don't think so.
No, but it happened on our land, I'm pretty sure. Didn't it happen?
Right.
It happened at the Saudi embassy. Like, that's fucked up. And then you have
seems
like
all made up.
It could be.
Yeah, it's probably like a CIA thing gone bad.
It could be. Or dude, maybe it was just a robbery gone bad. We could talk about Seth Rich,
Talked about Seth Rich. Yeah.
Let's never forget Seth Rich.
Seth Rich is fake news.
Oh, Jerry, you made it too. What's up, man?
I didn't want to miss another one.
Yeah.
Well, you had someone last week. You had someone on.
Yeah, we got Conspirinormal joining us a little later. But dude, a huge roundtable, huge shit show. I'm loving it.
This would be great.
Is it Adam?
Yeah, Adam, and I'm imagining Rob and Serfiel too. So we're just gonna have a big old group hanging out.
Cool. I'll probably dip out.
No, whenever you want, man. You do what you want to do, Felix.
It's a revolving door.
Don't get overwhelmed.
It's contractually binding.
Oh,
it's contractually.
I'm contractually bound.
It's bondage.
So here we are
with the CWS letterhead.
Yeah,
it's true.
Little steak cartoon up top.
Oh, so Jerry, maybe you can answer this question. We were asking before you came in, How about, does this mean that Trump has to pay Elizabeth Warren 1/1024th of the $1 million?
What $1 million?
that he said he was going to pay her if she was Native American.
That's what he would say.
She's got common amounts. That's not she's not Native American.
She's got
Boom.
trace elements.
We all are. Everyone in the world has that same amount.
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's the genetics. It's a genetic code that they identify with Native American cultures. It's not like Cherokee or anything like that.
It's all Gattaca.
Could all be
Did she
Gattaca.
say some shit like her parents were oppressed or something because of it?
Ew,
Guys, it's bullshit. Don't you see?
Of course it is.
Why did she hire a private company to go do a test? Why? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I think she even has her own website to like claim the report of it all and everything too.
It's bullshit then.
Yeah.
Dude, it's because everybody's NPCs. I've seen the memes.
No, because it was her first dip into the 2020 presidential race.
There you go.
If you watched all the news she came out with yesterday, it was all perfectly scripted and spoken, and it's, you could totally see those pieces and clips in campaign ads in the future.
It's because the Democratic Party is trying to do everything they can so Hillary doesn't run again, but she's gonna run again, and it's gonna happen.
They're lunatics. They think everything that they're doing, they're blaming the Republicans for doing. Like Hillary was on TV the other day, and she said something like, "You can't be civil with people who want to take away what you've built and destroy what you've built."
Yes.
That's what she said. Like, well,
the time for civility is over. The time for civility is over, Jer. You gotta get in the streets, blue wave, and their entire platform is fuck Trump. That's their only platform.
Come out with all your guns,
what
please.
exactly has been uncivil about these people?
Wait, which people?
Exactly. Whoever Clinton is saying we can't be civil with them because they're trying to what have they done to destroy?
Oh, nothing. I haven't seen anything happen yet. But then again, I'm also a privileged white male, and I don't have the struggles that maybe Trump brought.
Bullshit, diminishing argument to get you out of the way, and if you fall for it, then you fall for it.
I'm cisgendered too, so I'm like strike 3.
Dick. Shut up! You have a tiny dick.
It's true. So there we go.
It doesn't matter if it's true or not, but you got a tiny dick, so your opinion doesn't matter. It's exactly the same thing. It's shutting people down with like ad hominem attacks.
Yep.
Because they can't discuss the actual topic or debate it or argue it or speak to it even. I swear to God, if you go out there and ask liberals that are really angry about Kavanaugh, okay, so tell me some bad things about Kavanaugh's record that you don't like. They'll be like, he raped a girl. That's all they can say. That's all they know because they don't fucking read because they're illiterate retards. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Are we live?
No, we're live. But who cares?
Just the one scratching at the Supreme Court doors.
Yeah, we have 2 listeners right now. I'm a little impressed. I'm pretty sure that one's Lauren, so shout out to Lauren if you are listening right now.
Is it Amsterdam or Amstermad?
Amstermad? Oh, which shout out to Amstermad. He sent us a little donation. A little tiny one today. Yeah. That just reminded me. Thank you, Felix. I totally spaced that.
Do you remember the hamster dance?
I do.
Yes.
I do remember the hamster dance.
I was thinking about that earlier when you guys were saying Elizabeth Warren had a website documenting all her DNA stuff, and I was like,
Dude,
"What did she have? Hamster dance?"
That's the one I can't remember. There was one before that. Was it the banana? Was it a banana?
Oh, the peanut butter jelly time? Is that what you're talking about?
Okay. It was one or the other. I can't.
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Yes. Hamster
Peanut butter
dance.
jelly.
The hamster dance turned out to be a song from the Disney animated Robin Hood movie.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's it. Now, if
Buffer.
you slow that down, it sounds like it's the
Oh, it instantly just said this video is
Friar
unavailable.
Talk. I
They just took it down.
They did. They instantly took it down right when I started watching it.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember the mystery of that just being like, oh, that's that one website that's like that portal into the web, and it's a weird page.
Right. That gets you into the deep dark web.
Uh-huh.
I remember like early
There we go.
2002.
What about
Back
2002?
memories.
I'd never seen the hamster dance or anything, and my friend John at work was like, "Check this out! It's so funny." He puts it on. I'm like, I don't get it, and everyone around me is like laughing hysterically. Okay.
Oh,
The last time I laughed as hard as them was when I first heard the Jerky Boys.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So and then he goes,
Been
he comes back a
shooting
couple weeks later,
potatoes in my ass.
"Have you seen Two Girls, One Cup?" I'm like, "No."
Oh God.
You gotta check this out. Like,
Jesus.
okay. He shows
like-
me. I'm like, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's like two guys, one podcast.
Dude, it's like the original like Goatsy and Tub Girl and all those nasty original ones. God.
Needless to say, it was the last time I looked at stuff John sent me.
Yeah. There's some people that did that. They just send you shock pics and shock vids.
Oh, he really thought it was hilarious. And it is
It's right up there with it's right up there with the dancing baby, Ally McBeal.
Right.
Dancing.
Yeah,
Baby.
that
was
fucking
that
thing.
Oh, dude,
that was
That was
lame.
ahead of its time. It was like ahead of its time.
That was totally ahead of its time.
It was captivating because it was 3D animated, and there wasn't a lot of 3D animation.
Yeah, there was
Right, it
just
was
like
just
Toy Story, and then there was like Reboot. Remember that show Reboot? That was a good
No.
cartoon. It was the very first. It was, like there was that show, and then there was a Transformers Beast Wars show that were like the only CG shows back in the 90s.
Wow.
Speaking of CG and TV shows, let's ruin someone's evening. Have you guys watched Hill House yet on Netflix?
I was
No.
about to start that. I don't
No.
know if
It's good.
did you
Speaking of Beast Wars, I just went and got a little Transformers Beast Wars toy
Nice.
from
Thank you, man.
Goodwill.
Did you get the
Oh.
the Raptor?
there's a
Goodwill.
cup.
He's like a wolf or something, or a
Are you aware when you buy shit at Goodwill, you're buying like all the nasty energy that was attached to that crap from the prior owner?
there's no energy.
Do you know how much of a Goodwill,
Plastic.
like the
Should
dude,
never buy shoes at Goodwill ever.
the dude that owns Goodwill is so fucking rich because it's like the biggest scam ever. Like none of the stuff is for actual Goodwill.
Wait,
like that's just
Is
the
it a
name of it.
charity?
No, not at all. People just
Charity
people.
is just another word for scam.
It's
Yeah,
a
but
yard
people
sale
just
in every
they
corner.
dump their stuff off there, and then Goodwill sells it, and it's like 100% profit. It's insane.
You could text,
They're not
text
They,
profit
text.
they asked me, "Do you want a receipt?" I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Because it's a non-profit organization. They make money, but they don't spend it on like TVs and shit.
TVs,
Hookers and coke. They spend it on
hookers,
hookers and coke.
exactly. Oh,
And you
man.
know, that ride to Mars with Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, we're all going to Mars. Everybody will be there.
How do you know we're not
I
there?
don't want to go there.
We could be on Mars right now, and Mars could be Earth.
Or
Galaxy mind.
Why so serious?
So now that we can't make it to space anymore, like
Yeah,
basically,
what's going on with that?
I don't know. Everything's went to shit. I guess like the Soyuz or rockets or whatever, or that's not working anymore. That one
They
blew
hit
up.
the dome.
Yeah, they hit the dome. That's exactly what happened. Maybe enough people started believing in the flat Earth that it finally just manifested a dome over us.
Thought out of my mind.
I'm sorry, Jared.
What is that? What's that? Agenda 21, where like the government's trying to oppress people and not let them travel. Is that Agenda 21?
Yeah, but that's
might
just
be.
normal police state activity that's slowly being put in place while we're looking at the rockets go up.
Man,
By the way, so there's the Hubble's down and the Spitzer or the Webb. There's like two space telescopes that are both down now too.
everything's down.
I think they're all in
That's why.
space is fake.
That's why Amsterdam's got taken down.
Maybe there's a dude on YouTube's claiming that an asteroid has hit the moon.
Well, that's believable.
I don't know. This stuff's kind of weird.
Asteroids, I feel, could hit the moon. What I
There's a
don't
lot of shit
understand is there's a lot of craters on the moon, but they never change. You figure there would be like more craters getting there, and how come all the craters are facing Earth? It's almost like how would stuff project from Earth and hit that? or come from that angle. Like a lot of things about it just doesn't make sense to my stupid
I
brain.
think they're crater. What if
Curveball-
it was
curveballs.
lava? What if there were lava bubbles that popped?
Oh, they could have been.
Oh, or they're like
Well,
zits
Yeah.
on them.
Perfectly round too. I mean, craters aren't perfectly round.
James, did you ever move?
Let's not talk about that.
I'm kidding.
We're gonna
No, I
forget about all that.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Never happened.
It never happened. None of
None
it.
of that
Did you
happened.
get your money back?
It never happened.
Any money?
No,
You
I
should
had to
have sued
spend
the
money.
shit out of that lady.
Long
You should have
story
at least gotten her deposit.
No.
Dude, you rolled over.
No. Long story.
Long story.
Still, I mean, it's not going anymore. It's just like,
I know it was a hassle, but you
yeah.
got something
No,
for
it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry for bringing
It's
it up.
just still in limbo, dude. Not limbo, but I mean, I paid money, and then
cash money.
well, no, I paid the money that I paid.
Well, you know what I gotta say? There's
We saw that coming.
I paid the money that I said I would pay. And she was supposed to sign there's really nothing to it. She's supposed to sign a release form to. I gotta.
you're being summoned.
Yeah, I know, but
Does a happy ending come with the release or implied?
well, she was supposed to sign the release to drop it off the market because technically it's still on the market, under contract, and
There's so
she
much.
still hasn't signed it. It's been over a month since I get.
There's so much legal malpractice that went on there,
Yeah, I know.
and you've got such a huge lawsuit against multiple parties.
It is crazy, dude.
You could get a free house, is what I'm telling you.
Right, at this
Free
point.
house.
Yeah, he could sue like both lawyers,
Right.
her, the realtor.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's like
He could sue all of them because they all broke contracts.
Yeah, it's insane. And now I paid
And he ends
$3G
up-
for this chit, and then I still haven't got any confirmation of anything, and the lawyer won't freaking say anything. It's crazy.
Fuck the lawyer. Send demand letters out.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. But I think like the last we heard was like, we're just waiting to hear back from their lawyer after we sent the check, and then so it's like okay, and
I've heard that a great tactic to use in these instances is to threaten to place a lien on their property until they pay you back what they owe you. Just the threat. You don't do it. And the threat of putting a lien on someone just scares the living shit out of them, and they'll just give you whatever you want. Because anyone can put a lien on anything, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as long as you're in the right, you could just, I'll put a lien on you. I'll just write them a registered letter and problem solved.
Yeah, it's just a cluster F. I know, like there's so many angles I had going, just even writing that tail end of that situation, and like because the only reason I didn't fight it. I was already offering her like whatever $1,800 to begin with, whatever she had already spent, and then she wanted like $5,800. I'm like, no fucking way. So we agreed to 3. So basically in my head, I was like, all right, it's only costing me, it was like $3,000. So it was only costing me like $1,500 or whatever, because I was already giving her that money to begin with. So I just chalked it up to that, because dude, if I were to go to court, then I'm spending God knows how much money, and it's just like, and at the same time, I've already offered her everything. I even offered her the house still, and it was just like, it's like, it's just, it was such a disaster. And I don't know. I'm over it. It's I tried figuring it out, and
and that was another adventure in James Cruz's real estate corner.
Yeah, I know, man.
Real estate mishaps.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's all good.
Let me tell you a story to cheer you up. I bought a
Please.
house in Orlando next to Disney World years ago, and we sold it in a year and made over $100,000 on it.
I'm glad.
After we furnished it and everything.
What? A year later?
1 year later, like almost to the date.
What year was it when you bought it?
2006, 5 or 6.
So
Might
that
have
was
been earlier.
before the collapse.
It was, and I got out right before.
Yeah, no shit.
Hmm.
Give me a. You guys talk for a second. I'll be right back.
Talk amongst yourselves. Grim just left.
Wait, you just leave me and Jerry here?
It's our show now. Fuck them. Wish I was host. I'd kick him. Always.
I wish you were too.
You got mail?
What? Do
I
I
got
got
shirt mail. I saved it.
Jerry, you got shirt mail? Do I need to play the jingle? Yes, we haven't had this one in a while.
Listen to this. So T Fury apparently lost their printer, whatever arrangement they had, like 3 months ago. That's why I haven't got any shirts. I have like 15 shirts on the way.
They screwed
Like
it
their
all
screen
up.
printer?
Maybe
Or the-
whoever does their work, like they couldn't get their product out.
Here it comes, guys.
Art and fashion segment. Art and fashion. Cruising with static passion. Certified cliff wall jingle. I'm talking Mona Lisa wearing bell bottoms and Picasso wearing jingle jeans and Jerry's t-shirt mail. Fails paintings for sale. James Cruz doodling on a computer, and Grimsteak's needs art for his sweetheart. Art and fashion segments. Art and fashion jingle.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I was weeping. So I just want to make sure I have it in ASMR mode.
Oh, I don't even record in stereo.
So you can at least enjoy it while I do it.
It's true, I can.
So I got this shirt from T Fury today. It's in a lovely white package. It's addressed to me, not you. Oh, just a little more. Awesome. It's a Cthulhu shirt.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, that's a beautiful shirt, Jerry. Nice Cthulhu on there.
Ribs?
Looks like
Oh,
a
looks like
skeleton. Looks like a skeletal ribs almost. Like, oh man, that's crazy.
Is that
like
glow in
that.
the
Does it glow in the
dark?
dark?
I don't think so. They're eyeballs.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
very
nice shirt.
cool.
Nice little sternum. Nice little rib cage.
It's one in a row. I've got probably 6 different Cthulhu shirts on the way.
Is it tagless? With a tag?
Yes, it's tagless, but it's printed on the back of the neck. It's printed on the back of the neck. Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. There's another dead bishop under the landing.
Groovy.
Don't you remember your Monty Python?
Pretty
Dark blue, dark black?
groovy.
Yeah, dark black. Usually, you know, they suggest a color, and you won't be able to pick every color.
Do you wash those inside out so it doesn't take the print away?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
That'd be a good suggestion. My red bubble shirt's starting to come apart.
Yeah,
Already.
you gotta
it
do them
inside
inside out. Have to. I don't know. I don't remember which company comes with it, but there's instructions. Like this huge cardboard cutout thing comes and says to turn it inside out. Yeah, right. And I was like, "What is this?"
Printed on T-shirt shirts.
How to wear a t-shirt?
Yeah, how to
I've
wear a
never worn-
t-shirt. Yeah, how to put it on.
I've never washed something before. I'm always going to read the label.
Yeah. Seems to
I'm
be a
wearing
safe
these new
bet.
shorts I got at Kohl's. These are now
Oh,
the
it's
best time to
still-
shop at Kohl's.
It's still
Yeah.
shorts weather. It's shorts weather for you, Jer.
Dude, it's shorts weather here till January.
God.
Well,
It was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, 40 degrees this morning, I think.
that's
Yeah.
I cut off at like 55.
Nah, yeah, it's getting cold. Felix, have you had snow yet?
No snow. No.
No snow yet?
No snow.
We had rain. Like
Snow's
cold rain.
coming soon. I know that Ren said he got some snow the other day.
Dave's asking me if YouTube's not working. Not for me either.
YouTube?
Dude, that is weird because but that's what my son was just. He's like, it's not loading.
They're down.
Down. My life is over.
It's
Well,
it's
Life
it's
is
the
over.
internet shut down. All the mass arrests are happening right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I thought
First
it
they
was
cut off space so they can't escape.
October surprise.
Oh, did the stock market crash?
No, it went up. Yeah, everyone that was getting out last week or kicking themselves.
You guys want me to do my little jam?
Stay the
Yeah,
course.
man, jam it out. Do a little jammer
let me
if you're
preface.
gonna be tagging out.
Well, I'll just do it because I think
It's
it's
64 we're here right now.
Man.
If you guys know Tom Waits,
Yeah,
Yes.
not personally.
do you know the album The Heart of Saturday Night?
I don't,
Yes.
but Jerry's nodding his head. Yes, yep.
Yes, yeah, it's just like the first album, isn't it? Second album.
Second album,
Yeah.
released in 1974.
Yep. It's got the Heart of Saturday Night on it.
Yep. And that's like a dedication to Jack Kerouac. There might have been a Jack Kerouac poem or something called The Heart of Saturday Night. And people will say like a certain song or a certain album will get them through a breakup. You know, people say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This sort of was an album I listened to a lot during a breakup. And I don't know if it really got me through the breakup. It was more like just, help me. It was like my companion to like wallow and my like misery with this album.
What, is it with your wife?
No, break up with a girl that was just a long time ago.
Did she dump you or you dumped
Ages
her?
ago.
It was just like
Ah,
No,
no,
mutual.
Dude, Felix
How
dumped
old are
her.
you?
He's a heartbreaker.
it was just like,
if you're wallowing, you got dumped.
no, it was one of those ones where like I wanted to break up with her early on. And then she wrote me in, and then I fell for her.
Yeah.
Because she wrote me in like emotionally style, and then
Right.
And then she left me for another guy.
Son of a.
And so this album has a lot of just like weepy, like Saturday night by yourself kind of songs. And here, this is a list of the tracks. This is a list of the tracks. There's New Coat of Paint, San Diego Serenade, which is a song I'm going to cover, Semi Sweet, Shiver Me Timbers, Diamonds on My Windshield, Looking for the Heart of Saturday Night, Fumbling with the Blues,
For the Heart of Saturday Night.
Please Call Me Baby, Depot, Drunk on the Moon, The Ghost of Saturday Night, After Hours at Napoleon Pizza Zoo. I'm having like a Mandela effect moment because I swear there was a song on here called Martha.
Small change.
Maybe it was on a different album, but I was going to say something about this Martha song after the fact. But this Martha song, I'll just say it now, is like a song about these people who were together and they're young, and then he decides to call her after they've broken up, and it's like 30 years down the line, and he calls up the operator and says, hook me up with Martha. And he talks to Martha on the phone, and they reminisce about them being together.
Martha.
And these are some of the lyrics. Operator number, please. It's been so many years. Will she remember my old voice while I fight the tears? Hello there. Is this Martha? This is old Tom Frost, and I am calling long distance. Don't worry about the cost, because it's been 40 years or more. Now, Martha, please recall. Meet me out for coffee where we'll talk about it all. And the chorus is pretty good, and the chorus goes, and those were the days of roses, poetry and prose, and Martha. All I had was you, and all you had was me. There was no tomorrows. We packed away our sorrows, and we saved them for a rainy day. And it's real cheesy, but something about it just really got to me.
Do you know that's the first Tom Waits song that was ever covered on another album?
Martha?
Yeah,
No.
it was covered by Tim Buckley.
Okay, I can see that. But if you go back and listen to it, it's kind of corny because he's just
All
doing,
Tom Waits songs are kind of corny.
well, and kind
That's
of
the appeal. I mean, look at a Little Drop of Poison or Step Right Up is a great example.
Step Right Up's really good. It's got a gimmick.
Turn yourself into a 9-year-old Hindu boy.
So I'm gonna play a song from here that I used to play a lot, and I
You
kind
should
of how to play.
you should turn the video. You should turn the video off so you don't lag out.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. So again, this song's
Excellent.
Do good tonight.
this song's called San Diego Serenade. So
Beautiful.
video off, mute, and enjoy.
I'll sing.
I shouldn't mute myself, right? Ah, here we go. San Diego Serenade. I got tangled. Talk for a second. I'm tangled up.
YouTube is down hard.
Okay.
So YouTube's crashing right now.
Everywhere.
That means everybody's going to be listening to this show because they can't watch their live YouTube shows.
Right. That's right.
We're still live, baby.
I think they took it down because of all the fucking news that Jason Goodman was releasing today.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I saw you putting
crazy.
some stuff about that in the chats.
Yeah, he's dropping bombs.
Who knows? It's all happening.
It's all happening.
Oh, did you guys hear that the OBDM was having trouble with Zoom dropping out?
Right.
Oh yeah, because Mike was using the free version. And I told him that. I'm like, you can't use the free version. It's
Right. It
it'll
drops out
end-
every 40
Yeah,
minutes.
yep. It ends the meetings.
my
On
company,
purpose.
my company switched over. We've been doing Slack meetings, and they've switched over to Zoom.
Nice.
And they start up these meetings, and they crash after 40 minutes. Like, what happened? You got to use the company's account. You can't just use your own to start a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That's the freemium model.
Yeah, I have my own account.
All right, here we go. You ready? I'm untangled.
All right.
Here we go. San Diego Serenade. Am I coming through live? You hear me? Yeah, okay, here we go. Never saw the morning until I stayed up all night. Never saw your sunshine until you turned out your light. Never saw my hometown until I stayed away too long. Never heard the melody until I needed the song. Never saw the white line until I was leaving you behind. Never knew I needed you until I was caught up in a bind. Never spoke I loved you until I cursed you in vain. Never felt my heartstring until I nearly went insane. Never saw the East Coast until I moved to the West. Never saw the moonshine until it shone up off your breast. Never saw your heart until someone tried to steal it away. Never saw your tears until they rolled down your face. Never saw the morning until I stayed up all night. Never saw your sunshine until you turned out your light. Never saw my hometown until I stayed away too long. Never heard the melody until I needed the song.
Woo! Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
That was a beautiful song, Felix.
It was one of my favorites.
Thanks, bud.
It was
Do you guys
great.
like that song?
I loved it.
Yeah.
That one will like tear at your
Yeah.
pull at your heartstrings.
It pulls at the heartstrings for sure.
Nice.
Beaut.
Man,
True beauty.
Brewers with Steak. It's the only place you can get live music like this.
Uh-huh.
Baby.
Oh man.
Eh, I didn't sing it like I wanted to, but I was there.
No, you were there. You nailed it.
I wanted to do a little bit more like kind of like crazy raspy stuff, but I just kind of just went normal.
Yeah, you because you don't want to try to sound too much like Tom Waits, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta sing it as your own.
Yeah. I found the happy medium, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Hey, so I got a little bit of information in your neck of the woods, James.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, underwater archaeologists may have discovered the oldest shipwreck in Lake Erie. It's a ship. It's a 47-foot schooner. It was called the Serpent. And basically it was these ships would go out to this island, these Lake Erie Islands or something, and there was a shitload of I don't know, some kind of mineral out there. But yeah, it was coming back and it overhauled its ship with too much rocks and ended up sinking. Apparently a lot of ships did this in the Great Lakes. It's just a ton of sunken ships.
If it was further west, so it'd be like Put-in Bay or Kelly's Island. Or
Kelly's Island.
like
there it is.
Yeah.
Kelly's Island, yeah.
It's a little bit, it's not far. They're a hop, skip, and a jump from each other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, actually, if the lake freezes over good, people can drive out to those places.
No shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Or yeah, you'll see a lot of like those ice fishing shanties and things like that on the lake out towards that way. But back in the day, like in the 50s and stuff like that, like before they had these big ferry boats, and they used to be able to take these these puddle jumper airplanes over, and that's how you used to get there. It was crazy. Like like Put-in Bay and Kelly's Island, they're not big. I mean, you can walk them. I mean, Put-in Bay is a little bigger than Kelly's Island, but Put in Bay, yeah, like PUIT.
Putin Bay.
Putin Bay.
Yes.
Old Vlad.
It's all Russian.
Hmm.
No, not at all.
You're a Russian bot, aren't you?
Maybe we
Dude,
we
they
could all
actually
be.
have. There's yeah, you'd have to look it up. They might have. I have to look it up too. But there's a bar there. It's got the longest like bar. There's a
The longest
Like
bar,
sandbar?
like sandbar,
it's called the long bar actually. Yeah.
or like a
Yeah.
drinking bar.
Like a
Sandbar?
drinking bar, but
Oh.
it's the longest bar. It goes around the entire like perimeter.
So
of this
they
club.
put the largest bar on the largest sandbar. Is that what you're telling me right now, James?
No, the longest bar.
And then people end
On the
like,
shortest island.
Yeah, there
It'd
it
be
is.
like an oxymoronic.
The longest bar in Put-in Bay comes up. It's called the Beer Barrel. My bad.
That'd be-
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun if you were like a bartender. You could fill up a frosty little mug and slide it down the bar to the end.
Yeah. Well, it's the bar at the Beer Barrel Saloon in Put-in Bay is the largest in the world. It's 405 feet long, 10 inches. 405 feet and 10 inches. Guinness Book of World Records.
Is it one continuous piece of wood? One
Yeah.
continuous piece of
Well,
wood?
it's like it's all like I said. It goes around the perimeter of the entire freaking building. It's actually, you know what I'll do here?
One
I'll-
continuous,
I'll hook you up with the
taken
link.
from a giant world tree. It's just thousands
yeah,
of feet
a
high.
world tree.
big tree.
I'm gonna post the link in our
Man.
little chat here,
That would suck to have to like clean it.
dude. it
Yeah,
would
clean
be-
that bar, right? A one
You have
man
to get, like,
job.
a robot.
Yeah.
Learn that poem.
They should
Man.
just send a Roomba down it. Just a
Oh,
Roomba.
is YouTube back up for James Cruz?
Oh, I
No.
don't know. You know what? Let
No.
me try
No,
this
it's not
instead.
up.
Let me
Is that
try
your
this.
own personal YouTube? Did any of
Yeah,
you
I
guys
have
got
my
the?
own.
Do you guys
called
have?
Cru-
You guys have like the YouTube? What's it?
It's-
Premium?
It's called Cruise Tube. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Cruz
Did any
too.
You could write a song, your own personal YouTube. It'd be like your own personal
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Depeche Mode. Okay, do that.
there it is.
Could be
All right.
could be dark mode. Call it.
The Beer Barrel.
Yeah, man. So
What was the name of that podcast you came up with? I forgot again.
Airplane mode.
Airplane mode.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's up. It's up for grabs.
But there's this band this dude that plays there all the time.
Is it like an AC/DC cover band?
Yeah, it's like a local legend type thing. Yeah. There's this dude that plays there.
Local legend, local loser.
I can
You
tell you.
nailed it, Chair.
He's like it's like imagine
Jimmy Buffett.
like a Jimmy Buffett type dude. Yeah. I could tell you in a minute here who the guy's name. Fuck.
Well, thank you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
How many bar stools do they have on that bar?
that's what I was kind of wondering. There's got to be a ton of bar stools.
A lot of stools.
Does a cult fan have a job
I think he's a dog walker.
other than tweeting all day?
I think he's a
good
dog.
question.
I'm pretty sure he's a dog walker.
Hey, what a gig!
That's a cool gig.
Low stress.
Yeah, you probably get stressed out.
Lots of free time.
Yeah.
What was that on OBDM? Didn't they read or no? Maybe that was No Agenda, where they read a news headline about a shirt, like some dog walkers were in someone's house and they were like naked or something.
Oh yeah, that was OBDM. Yeah, and they like took a shower and like banged their boyfriend or something, and like did all this other shit in this person's house. It's
Had some
weird.
like lube, and they said that they thought the lube was like WD-40 for
Yeah.
some reason, or
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that was.
they used the lube as WD-40 for something.
They need
Something or-
PB Blaster. Bust your
Maybe the
nuts.
garage door was squeaky.
Maybe.
Bust your
It's
nuts, not
possible.
your knuckles.
Did you see that Nutella thing, Nut and Go?
Oh, if you pulled the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. if you
Nut
pulled the
and
lid
go. Wow.
up, Nutella on the go. Yeah.
That just reminds. Every time I think of Nutella, I think about Mally Fox.
I don't really like
man.
Nutella. You
I
know,
like Mally Fox.
it's hot
God
takes
damn.
here.
What is hot takes? What is that? What does that mean?
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Those are that's like a good
Like-
quote, good call. hot take.
like a controversial opinion. Hot take.
Oh, like a hot take on something.
Yeah.
Like a hot.
I don't think everyone agrees with that.
It's not a hot take. It's a hot take on something.
Right. Well, I think other people. I really don't know. I watched this one dude. I always thought the hot takes were like animated stinger video, kind of
Ooh.
little video clips. That went,
Okay, I could see that too. A hot take. Yeah.
yeah.
I can
I
see
don't know.
that.
That's,
But
that's
he
when you're
goes
like,
on to review things, so that would be a hot take on something.
You guys remember when Fox used to run those videos like when animals attack and stuff like that? Pretty much everything's YouTube now. All those videos, everything like that. Fox
It's
ran
all
a
on
bunch
YouTube.
of reality.
Yeah, that's what's
They used to run a ton of
even
reality
though-
shows.
even like I'll still watch like Ridiculousness on it.
Oh, I forgot about that show. Oh, man.
It's actually on Sunday nights still.
How about Jackass?
Right. And
Oh,
like all that shit's online, but like half the shit I mean, I don't hang out that much on
It's not that funny anymore.
Yeah,
That's the other
yeah.
problem. It's all that shit from our youth that we thought was hysterical is
Right.
dumb as fuck right now.
yeah.
It's true. That's why I'm afraid to watch like CKY again or something. CKY was so good.
What is CKY?
CKY was what originated all the Jackass guys. That was like that was their video that came out in like the mid '90s or something. And that's where they all got discovered. And then
You guys ever heard of this, like,
CKY2K.
you ever heard of these like long form television shows that they put on? And it's like for people that want to not watch the very,
No, we have never
Yeah,
heard of this.
I don't
well,
know
it's
what
just
you're talking-
all it is basically it'll show like trains going through Switzerland or going through, like Norway, and you just get to watch the train go for hours on end.
No.
And it's
Nobody's broadcasting.
Is this something for like autistic people maybe?
it's something out
Well,
there.
dude, I remember like one of the gimmicks. I want to say it was like was it like a direct TV channel or something back in the day. Was like you could watch the sunrise and like shit like that. Yeah, it was high def. Oh, that's what it was. It was high definition when they first started coming out with high definition. You could watch like the sunrise or the sunset in some foreign off land. Like.
Well, you remember the difference between standard def and high def.
Dude, it was
remarkable.
amazing.
It was remarkable.
Yeah.
It's called.
That was 480.
I know. I haven't seen any of the 4K stuff, so I don't know if that looks
4K,
at the
I
same
haven't
level of wow factors.
I have a 4K now. I just got it, and like, you can't tell. It's not there yet. Like the content. I think there's a 4K option on Netflix now. Like, there's a section, and I in that is pretty dope. But
okay.
Anyway,
Hey.
yeah, go ahead.
Using that's just giving them more reason to put up 5G towers up. By the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Let me put in here. So I found an article. I think I heard about this recently. So it says the article is titled "Norway's Slow TV Phenomenon."
What?
And then I'll read the first paragraph here. Do you ever feel a little overwhelmed with modern life? Norway's broadcasters might just have the help you're looking for. A lot of people dash around crowded cities in cars, suffer road rage, spend 8 hours stressing in a cubicle, constantly check email and social media, and throw caffeine and sugar down their throats to fuel it all. There's no doubt about it. Modern life runs at top speed. Norway is often perceived by outsiders as peaceful, calming, and relaxing place to live, where family and free time take priority over work. It's true, at least to an extent. Nothing typifies the Norwegian approach to life better than slow TV.
Slow
Pioneered,
TV.
at least in modern times, by state broadcaster NRK. Slow TV is simply the reverse of all the instant gratification reality TV and 24-hour news shows we've learned to love over recent years. It focuses in on one topic and explores it in real time. So they have like a train line.
Oh wait, I
The
think
bird-
Conspirinormal's here. I'm sorry, Felix. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Herself.
Oh, that's fine.
She had the chance. She had the chance.
I can
to
hear him
find herself,
talking, but I don't think that they know that we can hear them
Bring her
talking.
to his compound. And
You see what's going on right now? And we're live.
You guys hear us?
Yes, we can. What's up, guys?
What's up,
It worked.
guys?
It worked.
It worked. Everything works.
Are they
Yeah.
in one studio?
Rob had to do his he had to reroute some things. He had to work his magic.
Oh, you guys are coming in great right now. It's coming in beautifully.
Excellent.
Well, that's the magic of Rob. You know,
Yeah, Rob is a magician. Quite the magician.
You guys' levels are like perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, because Rob's a perfect being.
There we go. Perfection.
The magic of compressors.
Turn it down a little bit, Rob. I had the wrong ear.
Oh, Serfiel's a little quiet.
Now it's
Hello. What about now?
That's better.
All right, yeah, there we go. You just need to scream. I don't think we've had the. We haven't.
Up is cruising with steak tonight.
Oh, we're just hanging out. We just, we're live right now on the air, just hanging out, telling some stories. And then here you guys are. Welcome to the show.
James told the albino story yet?
No, he hasn't. We've been waiting, holding back.
Holding off on that one. True story, man.
So yeah, let's properly welcome you guys. I want to welcome to the show, Conspirinormal. We have who do we have here? Adam, Rob, and Serfiel.
Yep,
sir.
Here we go. Beautiful. There it is. That's the best introduction I can do.
Yes, sir.
Rob and I have been on here, but you never talked to.
No, Serfiel, you're a new addition.
No.
Welcome to Cruising with Steak.
What's my story, Adam?
Serfiel is kind of like the guy that would listen to Judas Priest and sing along to the albums, and then he became part of Judas Priest, or the guy that became part of Journey. Because Serfiel started out as a listener, and he would correspond with us, and we finally got to meet. And I was kind of like, unfortunately, Luke was further like, fading into the couch.
Yes.
We lost him somewhere in the couch. We still can't find him.
I'm sure he's in the studio somewhere.
Yeah,
he has to be. I was hoping Luke was going to make a special appearance tonight.
there's like a dried up husk somewhere of Luke. Like, he's in the floorboards.
So you're the Mark Wahlberg and rock star.
Yeah.
Just filled
him.
Oh man.
Well, no, I mean he does his research. Like, he pretty much did the entire interview that we did tonight with Christopher Coleman.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. We had a guy that did a lot of local stuff for kind of like starting our like Halloween stuff going on.
Local lore.
It is Spooktober. Yeah. Got to get Halloweeny. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys have some strange local lore? Hauntings or cryptozoology or anything?
I got there's a couple places. There's a lot of haunted places in Indiana. Like there's this place called Moody Road that if you go there in the middle of the night and you blink your lights twice, you see the lantern floating of this little girl that got hit by a car back in like the 50s. And I saw it one time. And it was pretty awesome. But yeah, there's Moody Road, there's Gypsy's Graveyard, there's orbs around there. There's a lot of haunted history. And I think it's because so many Native Americans were completely slaughtered in Indiana that I just think there's a lot of unrested spirits still floating around.
Yeah, what is up with that, with the Native American thing, man? Like, why? What do you guys think about that?
I think that they were just more in touch with nature. And if there is some sort of spirit realm or something, that'd be the best way to get to it. I would assume, just being in touch with everything.
We were talking with our guests with like all the Indian mounds that are around this area.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
he was telling us about.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh yeah.
Well, Southern Ohio. I'm not around them, but Southern Ohio. Yeah, you have the Hopi Indian.
The Serpent Mound is down there, and there's a bunch of mounds. And yeah, there's burial mounds everywhere. There's so many that are just there that they've been excavated over, or people just don't even regard them on their property, or farmers just till over them. Like, there's been tons that have just been destroyed, but there's millions. Those huge mounds. It's crazy. What is that?
Have you heard of the Ben Ishmael tribe of the Indianapolis area?
No, I haven't.
Ishmael. That's odd.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. Kind of grew into this mythos, but it was one of these kind of outlaw family bands. I don't know how mixed they were, but there were a lot of what they called triracial isolates that were in America. These groups of various mixtures of white, black, and Indians. And I don't know if they were really mixed up too much, but this mythology developed around them of like them being these like of carrying over some like Islamic traditions. And
really,
yeah, but these like isolated kind of anarchistic people who had some like Islamic traditions supposedly from some of the slaves that they were descended from, also, as well as this Ben Ishmael guy who is I think a Revolutionary War character, but like the eugenicists in the early part of last century, I guess, really like were trying to exterminate them, and it's kind of got this whole mythology around it. But they were from, I guess, the outskirts of Indianapolis. It's pretty interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
how would
really
the Islamic how would the Islamic tradition like travel over there though? Like that's
without.
Well, I mean, the it's estimated at least 20%, maybe more, of African slaves were actually Muslim.
Really? That's a little fun
I also
fact.
heard some random thing today that I guess I never really knew, but I was listening to something on the radio today, and they were talking about probably with this whole Elizabeth Warren thing and percentages of Indian, being Native American, and anyway, it related to they were talking about Columbus when he came over, when he hit the islands, and then it was also talking about Columbus coming or whatever that when everyone came to America and the native tribes and how they got all brought down by the white man, and so we
the
should
man,
the white man,
the white man. But they all talked about these these Native Americans. And they had slaves of their own. It was crazy as fuck. Yeah, I like never really pieced that together in my brain.
Well, then around here, the Cherokees, who were like a quote civilized tribe, they also adapted slavery and had black slaves.
Crazy.
They had them all in Oklahoma too. They had slavery in Oklahoma as well, when it was Indian territory.
You don't hear a lot about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I probably learned that younger, but I mean, I'm older now, and I totally forgot about all that shit. And that kind of made me scratch my head for a minute there this afternoon.
It's a little head scratcher.
Yeah, like holy shit. And then they were talking about the one tribe though, and the Philippines, maybe. I don't know if I think that's where Columbus landed. In
the Bahamas.
Yeah. There was a tribe there that basically they were fucking cannibals, and they were these natives there. They would fucking capture you, fatten you up, and then eat you.
Oh man.
Yeah, they were the most. They were almost more afraid of them than the white man. Like, it was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, dude,
like Hansel and Gretel.
It's just like Hansel and Gretel. You don't fuck with cannibals. That's serious.
Well, what's up, Felix?
Yeah, we have Felix here.
Hi there. I might be heading out here, so I left you guys with some anagrams for your podcast name, Conspirinormal.
What's that?
Oh, that's what all that is on the other side. Okay.
Couple anagrams, switching the letters around. You got with Conspirinormal, if you switch the letters around, you get ironic mourn slap.
Okay.
Ironic norm slap. Ironic mop snarl.
Nice.
Okay.
Love it.
Ironic porn slam.
That's good.
All right.
And Ion limps rancor.
There we go. There's some anagrams for Conspirinormal. I like that.
Ironic porn slam.
Ironic porn slam.
Yeah, ironic porn.
That's a spin-off for you guys. You can use that as a spin-off podcast.
There's a guy on YouTube that does like predictions based on anagrams and gematria.
Interesting.
Yeah, what about the gematria?
What about it?
For Conspirinormal, have you run that?
No, I will right now.
Jerry's a master of it.
Yeah.
He's
Was it
got a
like
program
Arabic or something. Magic language.
There's some websites that will do both like an English version and a Hebrew version and different things, and it's pretty wild. I've done it a lot actually. I don't remember what the Conspirinormal one was, but I'm sure it's all kinds of weird shit.
It's different. It looks like a 5, and pretty much everything it's a 5 if it reduced. In Satanic Gematria, it's 666.
What? Seriously?
Nice. Good.
Oh, that's good.
I'll take that.
Man.
That's right. Can you see that?
But that's only a Satanic Gematria, so that might be a little biased.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Man, that's a lot of 5s.
What's the 9 in parentheses?
So the number, the actual gematria of the word in this cipher, say in Chaldean, is 52, which reduces to a 7.
Oh, because 5 and 2 is 7. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Amazing.
Because you can look at all gematria reduced or not reduced.
It's like Matrix talk. It's all just speaking in code.
And then it's supposed to be related to other words and phrases that have the same value, have some kind of relation.
Yeah, if you look at sites like I've got one here. Check this out. Find the window.
Hamster dance.
Hamster.
Well, yeah, we also got Jerry with us, guys. Which I think Adam, you were on Nox Mente, weren't you? Jerry?
Yes, I was. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Adam, how you doing?
Good, Jerry. How you doing, man?
I'm well, thank you. So,
and guys, Rob does speak. He's
hanging there.
I figured he was just fighting squirrels right now.
Away.
I'm watching the screen capture here, trying to figure out.
Oh yeah,
I'll explain
that's
it.
the good one right there.
Yeah, before I wrote my own, I used to look at this site, which is gematrix.org.
Ooh, I gotta get that Legos. Those Legos.
Oh yeah, that ad, the Lego Juniors.
So how do they know that
Give me
people
that.
coming here have 4 and 5-year-olds? Huh?
Give me that Legos.
Anyway, this site, once you put in a word and calculate it, it will show you the three different ones. 5, 6. Sorry, Jewish, English. It's actually Hebrew, English, and simple gematria. So, and this is where all the words would line up. So, Conspirinormal is numerically equivalent in Hebrew gematria to
Life is but a dream.
Tiffany.
Heinz.
Pop star.
Heinz.
Exaggerating.
Pro criminal freedom.
Yeah, that's us all the way. Exaggerating. My brain.
Phone sex.
Right?
The tree of life and death.
What's that?
You're up in Tennessee.
Yeah, we're in Nashville. Yeah.
Brain chip implants.
Oh, look, we just talked about this. Not that Ishmael.
Oh man.
Wait, are these these show like similarities to Conspirinormals, like
The value.
Yeah, in Hebrew gematria. So if we look down and we go down
spicy
Heinz.
to English gematria, you'll see it's a whole different set of words.
The key to alchemy. Man.
Jordan Peterson.
monkey this up.
This is why Adam decided to spell it with an extra I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't
For real?
know at the time, but
That's good.
apparently that's what happened.
The Wizard of Oz.
Even blacks hate blacks.
Yeah, and Jordan B. Peterson, man. That's
Chris
wild,
Rock
guys.
told us that years
Christian
ago.
Slater, what the hell?
Master Baphomet.
Whoa.
Author of Discord.
Oh, Seventh Day Sabbath. Man. Yeah, this is pretty impressive.
God answered
This
you.
defines, I think, the
Demonic human beings.
From the future.
From the future, yes.
Everything's demons.
mosquitoes.
Ooh, and to the negative reciprocal sign or reciproque.
Autofellatio.
I wish.
The first sperm.
You see Illuminati.
I'll show you the last one. I'll get off this thing. So this is simple gematria, which is real similar to English. So you can see there's similarities there. Jordan B. Peterson,
Again.
The Power of Elijah Wood.
No, it's just the power of Elijah. That's biblical.
Usually you're going to get your largest differences between the Hebrew and English. But yeah, that's a cool site.
Wow.
Man.
But I recommend everyone write their own.
Yeah.
You can never trust those places.
Have you like gotten into any texts and tried to decipher perhaps like hidden codes in them and stuff like maybe some like Crowley and stuff like that?
No, not really, because Crowley probably put his own in there. It's not worth going through it. Enough people have gone through it. I actually wrote this program because there's another piece to it which pulls in an RSS feed, once from Twitter, which is just that pulls in Twitter's timeline feed, my timeline. And I also pull in an RSS of Google News, and I was running the headlines through this for a while.
Okay, cool.
To see if there were any notable things, but I have never analyzed the data. Because
there could be there could be tons of notable things in there. It could be loaded.
Could be. It's one of these projects.
Do you think it's kind of like a oracle of sorts, or like a, you know, do you use it to try to, I don't know, find some kind of
I had several
divining
ideas about it. Use it as a divination tool for sure. And I was really intrigued by the results that Cliff High was getting with his web bots, which really kind of made me do this. I forget what I started doing instead, but I just never got back to it.
Cool. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, it always...
It's all up on GitHub. It's all on GitHub.
Nice.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine, man.
It's all what? It's all what?
Happening.
It's all happening. What I so how about this how about this Tom DeLonge $37 million in debt thing? What do you guys think about this? Adam, I know you probably have opinions.
He says it's bullshit, by the way.
He did. He came out with a tweet and saying it's all BS.
That's the thing that's what I have heard, guys. Honestly, I've been seeing this all over Facebook the last 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't truly clicked on any of the links.
Hey, you know what? Me neither. I've just been reading headlines, so we're in the same boat. I'll still have an opinion.
Yeah,
you
haven't been clicking on the clickbait?
No, I haven't been clicking on the clickbait.
Clickbait?
Like apparently it's kind of there is kind of a he said kind of thing to this. So I don't know whether it's being misinterpreted, but it really honestly wouldn't be too surprising if they were, just because it doesn't seem like it's probably catching on as much as they thought it was going to, with all that investment that they were supposed to get from everybody.
They got it. They got 37 million.
Well, here it is. Here's what Tom DeLonge's tweet said 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
He says, "Thank you to the professional journalists who are clarifying their mistake in mischaracterizing that stockholders' equity is what stockholders' equity is. It is not debt, money owed, or results from operations. We have simply offered our employees stock-based compensation like most startups do." So apparently it's some kind of stock something, he claims.
That's completely legit, but it still is. You have to buy the stock to give it to your employees.
So do you think he's just going crazy yet? Do you think they're going to drive him insane?
No, it's a sideshow. It really is a sideshow. Nothing's ever going to happen with that.
No, it won't.
Ever. It's going to peter out. And when they come out of the news, there's going to be marketing stunts like this to get them back in.
Guys, I took 182, like Blink 182, and I divided it by 37.
Oh yeah?
And
what'd you get?
And I got 4.91891891892.
And then what that is?
And then I plugged that into Google, and the first thing that popped up on top was reviews of Hector Diaz, senior mortgage banker at Quicken Loans.
Oh man, I think you just solved everything.
Quicken Loans.
Jesus Christ!
It's like the turtle that holds the flat Earth.
It's all Quicken Loans.
You know, we were talking about this. We were talking about this whole Tom DeLonge thing a little bit earlier, and like I don't know, man. I don't have any kind of bone in this fight, you know.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that are just that are just down on him, like our friend Chris Wolford.
Oh,
Have
he's
you guys
all about
heard
it,
him?
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is all about Tom DeLonge, but a lot of people are kind of down on Chris for it just because he supports him, and I kind of understand where Chris is coming from in that Chris is just excited that somebody is actually out there trying to move things forward. Now,
Yeah, man, because he's an experiencer.
Maybe Tom DeLonge isn't like the best person to do that necessarily.
But, we were gonna have Chris on a little while back, but I got to get back in touch with him. But the night we were gonna do that, his daughter got stung by a bee, and he had to take her to the hospital or something. Anyway, but I love his views on it, man. And because I love the aspect that he was coming forth, and like there's information, and he's trying to present information, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just like this angle. But
Honestly, is any of that stuff surprising though to anybody that studies this? That's why I've always been saying about the whole Tom DeLonge thing, is that I really think that these people that are behind him say, well, the kids, they love that Blink 182. And they're trying to, they're just trying to use him as an appeal to
but they're
young.
so out of touch.
Even though he's 40.
Exactly.
And now the Blink 182 fans are like 30.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Like, I'm 33. I was a Blink 182 fan back in high school, and it's like I'm 33 now. So that's
Well, the sad thing is, there's a lot of kids out there who are like, Blink 182 is classic rock now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's
Even worse
crazy.
if they think it's punk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, exactly. That's a sin.
I don't even know what songs they.
Although, man, their first album was pretty
Sure you
good.
do.
Cheshire Cat is pretty good. I'll back it up. And Dude Ranch wasn't bad. Once they got rid of their original drummer because he had like a heroin problem, then they all went downhill. They got Travis Barker.
You
Don't they always
you need
have
some
heroin
dope
problems?
addict in your punk band.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
exactly. You need it. It keeps it fast and good for some reason. It's just that
Gotta
raw.
match that beat somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those are good albums, though.
Oh,
So you guys doing anything spooky for Halloween?
Not particularly. Rob's
Spooky.
gonna have he's gonna have like a movie night over here, I think.
Hopefully, if I have a night off.
Rob, how's the band going?
We are currently looking for gigs. If you know anything,
I mean, I can get you booked in. I get you booked in Northwest Indiana. I don't know if you want to make that drive though.
Hell yeah!
Aren't bands like a dime a dozen in Nashville?
A dime a dozen bands in Nashville.
No, there must be thousands of bands. There must be huge competition for you. Is what I'm saying.
Elvis Presley.
Maybe we lost them. Maybe we lost them. That's why they're not talking right now. I mean, I didn't think that your question was that offensive, Jerry. For that.
No.
I'm saying it must be hard.
Yeah, I think we lost them.
they hit mute.
No, they didn't hit mute. Their whole system might have got fried because they're still unmuted.
You wanna tell those guys I said goodnight?
Yeah,
Sure.
totally, man. You have yourself a great night, Felix. Thanks for the jam. Thanks for everything you
Yeah.
do.
I'm getting healthier night by night. I just got to make sure to get some full amount of sleep.
Yeah, you've had like a 4-week bronchitis. It's not good.
4 weeks. Yeah, my bronchial tubes are.
Healing starts from within, Felix.
Yeah, I found out I don't have strep throat.
Nobody
that's
does.
good.
It's fake.
That's fake. What?
It might be.
No.
Kidding.
So
I've never had it, but my kids apparently had it a bunch of times. I think it's just an excuse to sell them antibiotics.
it's icky.
Ooh, maybe.
I used to strep throat's a weird thing. I mean, I've had massive sore throats when you were a kid or something. Like one side of your throat from swallowing snot for 7 hours straight. But they used to sell that. I mean, I'm sure they still sell it, but it was like Chloroseptic. It was a pump spray,
Huh.
and Oh yeah, basically you were shooting in like a numbing agent into your fucking throat, basically. Yeah,
Just covers up the symptom, basically.
right. Yeah, and of the problem being able to swallow.
Yeah.
In
It seems
general,
like you could do like more damage.
Chloroseptic was red, right?
Was that the spray stuff that you'd spray in the back of your throat?
Like a pump action.
It would make your throat numb, but in a really strange way. And I think it's a chemical called alum.
Yeah, there's got to be like some flammable material in that.
Would you breathe flames afterwards?
Okay. Yeah, you guys are back. You're reconnected.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
we don't know what happened.
Who knows?
Rob was talking about his keyboard player.
Oh.
Yeah, so we put out a Craigslist ad and we got a lot of responses. And this one guy showed up and he had like 8 keyboards. I don't know if any of you guys are musicians, but he had like everything from the 80s. He had the Moogs and the Yamaha DX7 and the all the gear. And he had this amazing curly mullet and
oh man,
clothes.
Did he also have like a separate key? Yeah, like the
he had a guitar.
Yeah,
that's epic.
Wireless guitar. It was phenomenal, but he was too much for us.
Did he have a Casio SK1 sampler?
Yeah, exactly.
I have one of those.
Dude, he would have ended up taking over the band instantly. He would
front man.
Totally did.
Yeah, you couldn't let that kind of power in. That's way too much.
We were not ready.
Oh, it's
Dewey Wilcock or what is his name?
Dude, it's that dragon energy. Man,
I wanted to say goodnight, Conspirinormal. Good night to you.
Oh, good night, Felix.
Yeah, nice talking.
Good night, Felix.
See ya.
Thanks,
Good
buddy.
to talk to you, man.
Yeah, good to talk to you.
I like the music.
Thanks. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Oh man,
I'm sick. I gotta go to bed.
You got bronchitis. Heal up. Rest up. Chicken soup.
Love it.
Oh man,
chicken soup for the podcaster's soul. That's what we do.
See you guys. Love you.
All right, bye. Love you too, bud. Bye.
Later, bro.
Oh yeah, Jerry asked a question when we got disconnected about it's got to be difficult getting a spot in Nashville because there's like a million bands. Yeah.
Oh God, it's awful. Yeah, it's nobody wants to pay anybody anything. You pretty much have to like pay to go out and play at venues.
Pay to play,
and then and then you're in like a little hole in the wall, nowhere bar too. So it's rough.
And you only make any money if you sacrifice kids, right?
Jesus.
It's
the only way to make it famous.
Next level. Next level.
A lot of bad shit about the music industry.
Grim, I sent you a picture of the keyboard player with his keytar.
Oh, sweet.
Put up on the screen if you can.
Oh my God.
Wasn't kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the Discord.
So is photographing the applicants part of the deal, or just that guy?
Well, this was a picture that I took of one of their gigs.
Wow.
Oh, he played in a gig with you?
Yeah, he was the keyboard player for a while in Rob's band.
I thought he was just an applicant.
Yeah, that guy's epic.
No. He was with us for a few months. He's a good guy.
He come into the room like.
Fuck me.
That's exactly how.
This is already just going on Patreon for us.
Oh,
okay, cool. Good. Yeah, that guy's epic. He's
that's totally the guy. Yeah.
Man.
I know that dude. He looks really familiar.
Oh, if you meet a guy like that, you'll never forget him. Jeez.
Yeah, that's true.
I might have known him before the mullet.
Did you ever come to Nashville, Jerry? Did you ever meet him? You might have met him here. You never know.
Never know.
He just looks really familiar. I've been to Nashville a few times, but we got to visit Franklin, Kentucky recently. That was
not too far away.
Not too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed you guys at CryptidCon, man.
Right.
Oh
right.
man, that was a blast.
Were you there and missed us, or?
But I was telling Grim about Paramania. That's coming up, and that's going to be in your neck of the woods, Jerry.
It is. Josh Kutchin and Tim Benall, I think, are planning it.
Cool.
I know Josh is for sure.
Josh. I know Josh. Josh, as far as I know, is the one planning it.
Paramania.
Paramania.
It's going to be fucking awesome. I found someone who wants to have a booth.
A booth? They do booths at Paramania? I thought it was just a hangout.
If they have vendor booths, just like they did at Crypticon, they had that one room of vendors.
No, it's pretty much a hangout kind of thing.
Paramania's. Yeah, it's the uncon.
Party, really.
Yeah, it's the uncon con.
All right.
But
I'm dying of suspense. I'm dying.
Oh, the albino story.
To hear the albino
right
story.
on. Yeah.
I've waited like a week to hear this.
I've actually almost like after doing that, and then I had to think back. I'm like, did I mention but yeah, I did mention I worked with like this albino dude, and it was this dude was a character for no doubt about it. Like,
what does that mean? He was a character.
He was.
No, what line of work is this?
If you were an albino, you would be as weird as you wanted to be.
No, yeah, like this dude. Okay, I'll get to it. Okay, I did graphic design for a long time, and he was like, he filled in for a period of time. We used to get people up to just apply for a job and come in.
But only in white.
What his job is I worked with him because he would take all the art that I made and transform on to the screens and burn the images on screens. And it's like a photo emotion process, basically. And that's how you make t-shirts and shit. So you take the art, you put it on a silk screen, and you take light and you burn a black image into the screen, and you wash it out with water. It's like a old school film process, basically. So they use the same technique to make these silk screens so you can print shirts and shit. So he was the dude that I would take all my art over, and I was in contact with him every day and all the time, actually, because the place where I worked was called Adler Team Sports. It was like a sporting goods company. And I used to call myself like Adler Team Taxi because I'd pick up fucking people that didn't have licenses, couldn't drive and shit all the time. Because my drive across town was like a 40-minute drive, and whoever lived in the vicinity on the way, I would just pick these bitches up. And, so I'd pick them up all the time. I'd pick this dude up. He lived he didn't live far from work, just down the road, actually, kind of. Because I used to pick this other dude up that worked there too. It was like a bus stop for fucking kindergartners. It was insane. And this dude was like a hoarder, and he lived at like his grandma's house or something. It was something weird. Something like it never went in there. It was always like roll up in the driveway and get the fuck out.
This was the albino.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Well, dude. Yeah. And this is I mean, I got a couple stories about him. But this, okay, so the dude...
This guy really left an impression.
Yeah. Wait, you would never forget this dude. He always talked like Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done. Just all day long. Like, this dude was straight out of West Virginia. Get her done. Like, every sentence ended with get her done. And it was so crazy, dude. Yeah. And, but he had hair on his body. Like, no bald head, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no hair on his arm, nothing, man. It was insane.
So he looked like powder?
Just powder.
It was totally powder.
A little bit more pink than powder, but
sounds like a hybrid.
Super hybrid. Yeah, crazy. Like, oh my god. And,
did he have red eyes?
I've always wondered that.
No, I guess it wouldn't be a full-blown albino. I don't think he had red eyes like a possum. I don't think it's like that.
What?
Albino possum? Hey, you never know, right? Yeah. dude, if he had red eyes, no. Anybody on the planet we remember if some dude had red eyes.
Oh yeah.
And this dude didn't have
Yeah,
red
you
eyes.
definitely remember him.
But dude, straight up, man, like just pale, not a hair on his body. And he said he was from West Virginia, so it made complete sense. Like he was
obviously. I mean, he wouldn't have hair.
Dude, crazy. Yeah, obviously, if you're from West Virginia, you don't have a hair on your body.
Yeah, those some hairy mofos.
Dude, oh man. And well, one of the stories I got for this guy, like, so when you had when you had these screens and they were ready to be tore down, like, I don't know, he had a process. Like, this dude would take a like utility knife, like a like an X-Acto knife, but like heavy duty one. So he would cut these X's through the screens, and then you pull these plastic strips around this metal frame, and that's what holds the screen taut holds the silk screen taut to the metal frame. But anyway, so he slices these first, and then he's like, "Look, man, look how fast I can cut this thing." And he holds it up in the air, and he slices, and then he slices his fucking wrist open.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Like just slices it, like just this huge like 4-inch just like murder gash on his arm. And like I'm like, oh my god. And then like I go up and tell like the boss John, I'm like, dude, we need to make a call like right now.
Hey, y'all watch
this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And yeah, man, he had to get.
What, dude? What color was his blood? Was it red?
Dude, that's what the crazy thing was. Yeah, it was like it was not of human origin. I swear to God, it was crazy, dude.
Maybe he was RH negative.
Yeah, it was totally different. And like the wound, dude, like when they stitched him up, there was like, but like, oh, it's such a funky thing, dude. Like
bleed everywhere or what?
No, it was messed up. Like I said, yeah, like it was just this gash, and there was not a lot of blood, but it was that deep shit. So like it went past blood. Like it went
beyond the blood.
Yeah,
oh,
it was
man.
like it was just this wound, and then. But then the wound was there forever, and he had like so he went and got it fixed or whatever. But dude, no, it was like stapled, and then the thing was there for like the rest that I known him for, and he was only there for another like 5 or 6 months or something.
And you saw him do it.
And I saw him do it. It was the weirdest thing ever. The dude was weird. Like
he left you with a good story to tell.
Loved it. The dude was and then we were talking right before we went on air. He dude had stories beyond stories. He was like a piggybacker, on stories. And but then, oh man, you know what? No man, I got one better. Like he'd be like that kind of dude. And then, but. There, back when I was telling like Grim here, there's this local like thing in Cleveland, Ohio, where this chick went missing. It was pretty well known. There was actually 3 girls that were found in this house, and this girl Amanda Berry, and this dude's last name. Dude's last. Well, it was Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus, and actually, I could tell you. Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That crazy
Michelle
story
Knight.
Where
all 3 chicks were abducted. Yeah. And he said that was her cousin. That was his cousin. I'm like, you're fucking.
Oh, that
nuts.
was the albino guy's cousin.
I'm like, you're fucking nuts. Yeah, but my cousin, man. I'm like, because your last name is Barry, dude. Come on, dude. Like, oh my god. It was, yeah.
That was a crazy story. Did you ever see the footage of the black guy?
Oh, dude, I'll give everyone a synopsis here. So this chick, she was 7. One night before turning 17, Amanda, she she was abducted vanished one night before turning 17. She was found 10 years later in 2013. Screaming for help from a house with her 6-year-old daughter, making her way to freedom with help of the neighbors. Barry was allegedly held hostage along with 2 other women by Ariel Castro. So she got abducted, and apparently he kidnapped like 2 other chicks. But it was like a weird situation where like it was like, I don't know what you call that. Like they were, it wasn't like they were like chained to beds or anything. They were just like stuck in the house for like
kept him in the basement.
Yeah, like it was weird. Like
he locked him in.
Yeah, just locked him in the house for like 10 years, and then one day he left. Like, and she went running out.
Well, like the worst one. Yeah. The worst one was that story, the one in Austria.
Oh,
you remember that one?
Wait, which one was that?
Where the guy locked his own daughter downstairs, and like he told the mother that the daughter had gone away.
Okay.
And he'd make her write letters that would say that she was somewhere else and she was enjoying her life and she was never coming back. And then like the worst part, that's not even the worst part. He would go downstairs and have sex with his own daughter. He had like 3 or 4 kids with her and shit. Yeah, dude. That was messed up.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And he would bring some of the kids up, like he would say that like he would leave them at the doorstep and say that like she left them there to take care for the parents to take care of.
Holy shit. Yeah. That's way worse. That's really bad. Yeah.
What was it? Old joke, incest is best. How family can play.
Man.
Oh God.
Brought to you by Parker Brothers and Sisters.
Parker Brothers and Sisters.
Oh man.
Yeah, that dude ended up going to prison, that Castro guy, and he hung himself in prison.
Oh, did he? I never heard that.
He did, yeah.
Allegedly.
No, yeah, well, okay, there you go. Yeah. So Castro was found dead in his prison cell September 3rd, 2013. He had hung himself with a bed sheet.
Somebody got him. That's probably
that doesn't. Yeah, a bed sheet.
Yeah, that's right. That was up there in Cleveland, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. Dude, that was right down the road from the dude that had all them bodies chopped up in his house, right next to the meat place. Yeah. There was another one that was right down the road from that.
What's up with Cleveland?
I don't know, man. But
dude, it's because
had bodies for ages in his house, but you would never like the smell. You know what I'm saying?
But
the smell wasn't bad because there was like this meat place next to it. So no one ever fucking knew.
I wonder if this has anything to do with
serial killer. They dug up his yard. They dug up everything there. Yeah. Oh my God.
You have all those nuclear power plants, surrounding Cleveland. It could be, man.
Well, look at Gacy. Gacy had like 33 people buried in his house.
Oh, 33. Interesting.
That was I actually saw that dude once.
You saw Gacy? Like when he was a clown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for real? What?
Yeah, how fucked up was that?
What is this story, Jerry? You got to tell this story.
When he was a clown?
When he was a clown. I was at a party.
You actually met Pogo?
I didn't meet him. I saw him perform at a party.
Oh, dude.
Really little. Yeah.
What?
Wow. Was that in Chicago?
Dude.
Up in Chicago, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait.
Rob here is very fond of clowns.
Yeah, he loves them.
No, not at all.
Man,
I did have a friend too who claimed to have narrowly escaped capture by him, but I doubt that story.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I've just found him, Anthony Sowell.
What are you talking about, James?
This is the killer, the serial killer,
the chopper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the meat chopper.
Aged meats.
Bodies of 11 women discovered by police investigators in his duplex home.
James, all this crazy shit that's going on in Cleveland, maybe you really did see Jesus's face in that tire.
In the go-kart tire?
Yeah, in that go-kart tire. It's possible, man.
I saw
the face of Jesus.
What was the one you were talking about, James, with like you said your wife was a witness to something? Or?
That was a TR3B. Yeah,
Just
UFO.
Creepy.
Yeah.
No. And I'm talking
out of
about
commission.
like
the murder. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was in the city where I live in now in Bay Village, Ohio, which is was it Natalie Holloway? I think it is. You're right.
No, that wasn't like
No,
Aruba.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a real big. Not Holloway. Wait, what the fuck is
Madeline
like,
McCarthy.
like
no Bay
somebody kidnapped a girl or something.
Right. Yeah. I could tell you in 1 second.
Bring it back, James. You got
I
this.
know, man.
It's in the memory banks.
I'm not from
somewhere,
here, so it doesn't stick
right?
out in my head. That
No,
Amy
man.
Mahalovic.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Amy Mahalovic has been a ongoing case since she was a kid. Like this dude actually called my wife's house because my wife and her sister used to go to like this nature center, and apparently there was some evidence toward like he would get the names of little girls basically. And
Jesus.
from like by tracking people and then seeing where they're going, and then that type of deal. And and then the dude called the house, and then my father-in-law, my father-in-law called the guy there. The guy apparently was asking my wife and shit, like, "Are your parents home?" She said like your aunt is in the hospital. You need to come to the hospital. I'll come give you a ride. Da, 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 da. And then my father-in-law grabs the phone and was like, "Fuck you! Get the fuck off my phone!" Like going nuts. Yeah, and this is back in '89. Yeah, and so yeah, it's just a real deep, long story within the confines of my little town here. But and now, after probably a little while, meeting my wife years and years ago, we talked about that. But yeah, it's just like pretty crazy story, no doubt about it, dude. Like, yeah, and the dude actually called there, and the FBI came over to the house and stuff. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, little suspect action.
So they
still never found the dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's saying right here. I'm looking it up on the Book of Knowledge that they never found him.
There's been they're still doing investigations on that. Like they're probably on second and third, like generations of investigators on that case.
It's in November 2006. It was revealed
28 years old. Yeah, Mahalovic. Yeah,
it was revealed that several other young girls had received phone calls similar to that which Mahalovic responded during the weeks prior to her abduction in 1989.
Yeah,
these comprised requests from an unknown man claiming to work with their mother, asking the girl to help him shop for a present to celebrate her mother's job promotion.
Dude, that's
the girls who received these calls lived in North Olmsted, a suburb near Bay Village.
Right, that's just south. Yeah,
What the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with dude?
I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't know, dude. What would? Yeah,
that's crazy. Demons. Everything's demons, man. That's the only thing that could explain it.
Everything
you have to be possessed by some demonic force to do something sick like that. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Or so my wife in the
or they're NPCs too,
NPCs.
They could be NPCs.
Programmed, yeah.
Maybe
what's the NPC thing?
Oh, that's going around like crazy. It's a meme war right now.
You could think of it in a Christian term as a soulless being.
What is NPC?
A golem? A non-playable character.
Like a person without like a soul. Just a person.
But there's
like a dude in a video game that always
there's some serious meme wars going on right now.
Is
Basically,
there any biblical reference to that? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Well, there is in the Kabbalah.
Well, yeah. It's like Gollum, right? A golem?
It's more like the Kleepoff.
Okay.
In the Tree of Life.
Kleepoff?
Kleepoff. Yeah.
Is that similar to a golem? Empty husks. Okay.
Yeah.
Empty.
That's what it's called.
So, like in a lot of other instances, they're these evangelicals are drawing from the Kabbalah to
No, they're drawing from the whatever community that's talking about NPCs and the people talking about Matrix World and virtual universe, all that crap. They have brought up this concept forward that there's NPCs out there. There are a lot of people who have, but they've labeled it that. And then you mix that with the Matrix World, and evangelicals picked up on that.
Oh, wow.
It was sexy, I guess.
It was sexy.
They like sexy.
Interesting.
They do. We are in evangelical central down here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
the
that bad
Bible
anymore.
It's the Bible Belt.
No, my views have changed, so
I don't know, man. The town that I work in
anymore.
Can't
There's
keep up with all these. Keep up with
yeah.
all these memes, man.
We've got Adam's got a really good friend. I've just known him for a little bit, who is like really from that world, the evangelical world, and he's dug really deep. And
Dr. Future.
Oh, Dr. Future is
that guy,
amazing.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah, dude, Dr. Future's
he's
great.
like digging really deep into like all these crazy political things that are going on right now with them, and it's pretty deep and dark, man. It's crazy.
It is. There are things afoot underneath.
Well, it seems to me like Kekistan's winning right now. like the Keks, like the right's winning. It just that's how I perceive it at this point.
They have
Teflon Don is bouncing.
I feel like
shit
they're on fire. They have a lot of imagination right now.
Yeah.
And the left is really just, I mean, it feels dead. It's just devolved into so much identity politics.
Yeah.
Their only platform is fuck Trump, and that's it.
That's pretty much it.
This goes back to what I was saying about earlier to you, that they just diminish the person and they get out of the debate, and they don't have to argue it. They just
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the right
you
is
got a
like
tiny
offering
dick,
all this.
You can't answer the question.
The right is offering people like all this, all this identity and emotion and just fire that they're just people are gravitating towards it. It's scary, man.
What would you rather vote for? People who are civil and can speak and have a conversation with you, or people scratching at the Supreme Court door like rats?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. Because it's like, well, we've talked about this before. Like, basically, I've never really identified as anything, but I would say I would be more left leaning up until recently, where I just I can't identify with the left
relate.
at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel. I mean, it's not like I'm. It's weird. It's a weird time right now. It's a very weird time.
That's what Serfiel's saying. Like, that's why the left is losing.
Yeah.
People that are just normal run of the mill. They're losing the middle in this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really are,
because they stopped focusing on economics of common people, and it's all about identity politics.
Yeah.
Plus, I think also that the
and anti-Trump just isn't going to be enough.
No way.
To galvanize,
because the identity politics stuff is scaring the shit out of all these regular people.
Yeah.
To where they're, just total backlash.
Well, here I think this is what's going to be bad for the Democrats, is that they have been the party of the blacks forever. And I think the blacks are realizing that the Democrats really have never done anything for them. Look at every major city, in the United States, is the black people there aren't living in great conditions.
Can we talk about Kanye in the Oval Office?
Well, this pulls right up to
Oh
this.
my God. That relates to it, right?
It relates
there,
directly
dude.
to it, because he's standing up and saying, "Look, I'm not going to be a Democrat just because I'm black." And you should have seen the backlash you got for that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe it's
going to be attrition. Just put it that way.
Yeah. Well,
I seriously doubt they're going to come out in droves to vote for Republicans, though.
Yeah.
No, but they won't vote for Democrats, and there's going to be a lot of people. A lot of people are. This is just the way it is right now. I mean, anybody that's like that whether you like Trump or you don't, it essentially doesn't matter, because what's going to happen is that a lot of people aren't going to show up for this.
That's what I was
more and more apathy.
They're just not going to show up, and the people that are going to show up are the people that are is going to be Trump's base again.
Oh yeah.
That's what's going to show up.
Oh yeah.
Right, that's a big thing right now. They just want you to go and vote. Go vote. Yeah, like
Speaking of memes, I found this today. Jobs, not mobs. Vote red.
Oh, the M word? Yeah.
Don't bring up the M word.
And I posted it to my dad, and he sent me some of these, whatever those are.
Oh, cussing emojis he sent to you?
Yeah.
I like how you sent it to your dad saying, thinking of you with a winky face.
It's because he's triggered. So he's got that Trump derangement syndrome where he gets triggered by anything that has the word Trump in it. If your sentence has Trump in it, he gets, if he was playing spades, you'd be fucked.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I mean, I'm not a Trump fan. Anybody that talks to me knows that, but I whenever I get on Facebook now, I get so sick of seeing it. Whether it's pro or con, it's like, let's just call it Trump book and be done with it.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Oh, dude, same with Twitter too.
There's a lot of nuance here, but people are just getting tired. They're just getting. I mean, I was over at my parents' house one time and CNN was on, and I just started feeling exhausted just watching it.
Oh, dude.
This is like Trump did this, and did that. And then Trump gets over there and says, well, CNN's fake news and all this kind of, just like, oh my God. Just
total media burnout.
So if there's Trump derangement syndrome, there's also people that are just completely just
shut down. Yep.
All of it.
I totally agree with that.
Step back. And
that's Rob. He's raising his hand.
When you can see it's a giant energy harvesting system, along with a big distraction for the world.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and there was a video out there on YouTube of Noam Chomsky, and he actually came out and said, Trump's a big distraction. Look at the people that are behind him. Look at the people that are just below the surface and what they're essentially getting away with. While everyone is so focused on what Trump says, good or bad,
I can't give you one take on the whole 5D chess thing. If you want to look at it this way, since Trump's taken office, he has installed 160 new federal judges nationwide. I think it's the number now.
Yeah, and it's funny how no one was talking about that.
Exactly. So they've replaced all of Obama's picks. So all of the Obama friendly, if you will, judges who would, throw out cases or whatever, choose not to prosecute whatever, are gone. So now
I see where you're going with this, Jerry. Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's true. That's true.
Buy up
That's
some
a fact.
CCA stock while you can right now.
And I had heard a long time ago that Trump couldn't make any moves to all the federal judges that were gone. And that's now done. So, I mean, there's plenty of evidence to convict people in government and former people who were in government.
Dude, Hillary 2020. I don't even know what you're talking about, Jer.
Dropping the head.
2020.
That would be the biggest
country.
That would be the biggest mistake.
Dude,
She's an archer.
there's going to be a battle right now between Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party because I guarantee she wants to run, and they don't want her to run.
Great
They don't want
grandmother.
her. Yeah, dude, she's gonna try again. I see it.
She's indicted. Then it's over.
Third time's the charm. You know the saying. Come on.
She's
I don't know. I think with the Me Too energy right now, I think they can flip it right in, man. I mean, there's
no way.
I think she can.
No way. Not at all.
No.
Because
even though
I
see it happening,
they're on this huge thing, right? They're just loud. It's only a small portion of the population that actually feel that way or care enough to go vote in the midterms.
Who knows? What about Bigfoot? How about Bigfoot 2020?
That's where I
long toenails.
Vote Bigfoot. The rural people believe in him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, he'll bring back jobs.
Bigfoot and the Goat Man and the Wampus Cat and the
Rougarou
and the Loop-garou.
I just learned about the Rougarou.
So do you guys have any
Rougarou.
You guys down in Louisiana, right?
Yes.
Do you guys have any haunted lore down there around you guys? I know there's got to be.
We got a ton. Bell Witch is the main one down here.
the
Bell Witch?
Yeah, Bell Witch.
Nice.
Okay.
The actual Blair Witch thing? Is that it? Is that the?
Bell.
Often confused with, but it's
Because I'm a jackass. That's why.
totally different.
Often James cruised with rhymes with confused.
I saw
That's how
that
it works.
movie for the first time when it came out in a drive-in theater out in the middle of the woods.
Oh
that had to
man,
be
It was a
fun.
back-to-back Sixth Sense and then the Blair Witch Project.
such a spooky
all out in
night.
the woods. The Spook
Sixth
Central.
Sense was great, except my fucking
Yeah.
wife told me he's dead. Right?
Well,
Spoiled
that's why you're divorced now, Jer. So you made a good move.
Yeah,
You spoil Sixth Sense for me, bitch. It's over.
I think she told me before I went.
Is that actually in the divorce paperwork?
I hope so.
Don't go there.
Yeah. That was actually the first DVD I ever bought too. Was The Sixth Sense when I got
yeah?
my Apple G4 Power Mac,
Living the '90s dream.
1998.
I bought one DVD in my entire life.
Yeah, I bought that and
Just the Big Lebowski.
No, it
Nice.
was
No, that's what I bought.
Half Baked.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Half Baked. Yeah.
So what about this? Let's hear about this Bell Witch.
Yeah,
Did you ever watch Half Baked?
Totally.
Let's tell us a story.
Y'all don't know the story of the Bell Witch?
Nope.
I mean, you know,
I did really
I've-
care about ghosts.
I'll do my best. I mean, Serfiel's actually got a book by the guest we had on tonight. But so you had this family named Bell. John Bell was the main, the patriarch of the family, and they started getting haunted by this entity that they refer to as a witch.
Sorry, I had to go back.
And so
way back.
Yeah, it was supposedly like, well, long story short, I mean, like supposedly Andrew Jackson came and checked it out, and
Yeah, that's way back.
she apparently drove old John Bell crazy and stuff. And we haven't posted this yet. This will get posted soon, but we did a roundtable last week about the hunt for the Skinwalker.
Oh, nice.
I actually just watched it.
Serfiel and I were actually talking about this. He actually brought this up independently because I already thought about it. Was that some of the events in the hunt for the Skinwalker mirror closely what happened in the Bell Witch case?
Oh, interesting.
And I have a new theory on what Skinwalker Ranch is all about.
Ooh.
What is it?
I think it's some kind of reflection pool. Like whatever energies you bring to it, it reflects back to you. It's
Sure.
like an ancient healing
Like a
pond.
gathering ground or something.
It's like a healing place,
Yeah.
a sacred place where you can heal. And the way to heal is to have your negative energy reflected back at you so you can see
Fuck.
what you need to work on.
Welcome to my nightmare. Yeah. Holy shit.
It's like an ayahuasca.
Could you do a sound clip of just James saying "fuck"?
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised I don't have one yet.
Just yeah, I
You need to isolate that. Graham.
It'll consider it done.
What the fuck?
yeah, just do that one instead. Yeah.
No, I like the movie, and Jeremy Corbell needs to get a pop filter. That's about it.
Oh, yeah.
A what? A pop filter?
Pop filter. Yeah.
It's just popping those peas hard.
It's not criticism at all.
Not at all.
I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was well done.
Dude, and the last one he did was really cool. The
I like him a lot.
patient, or what was it? Patient
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 17?
17.
17? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Isn't it? It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
I'm sure Hunt for the Skinwalker will be on Netflix pretty soon.
yeah,
Probably.
those are gonna
Cha-ching.
No doubt.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, good yeah.
So along with the like what Adam was saying was the Bell Witch phenomenon, along with this haunting that this family had that they thought was this witch, and they kind of hustled it a little bit too, and had people over to witness it, and it's become kind of this little local cottage industry. But like the Skinwalker Ranch, it has like this really like all this different paranormal phenomenon. So not just the witch and these like ghost apparitions, but like poltergeist activity, floating orbs, black dogs, some Native American woo-woo. I mean, like, it's everything.
Yeah.
All in one, you know, just like how it is in Skinwalker. So it's pretty interesting, but
Man,
there's like a cave that's the main tourist attraction people go to, and according to the author we talked to tonight, there's like a buried Native American shaman like further back in the cave where it's collapsed now. So there's all kinds of weird stuff. I don't know.
That was totally new information to me. I did not know that.
have you guys ever been to the cave?
I have been close. I have not been
I've not
inside.
been there. Yeah, no.
Oh
Have you ever
man,
gone up there, Rob?
No, I don't really know much about the story, even to be
It's
honest.
this town called outside this town called Adams, Tennessee,
Adams,
and it's got a weird feeling to it. It's weird. I don't know.
We should go do some EVPs there.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh that'd be sweet.
I had a friend of mine that suggested going to the cave and dropping acid. That was his.
Oh, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm
I
in.
would do
Down
more
with that,
trips
too.
in the cave. Probably better off with shrooms.
Oh, but
Yeah,
acid's
that's true.
fun.
Yeah, but nature's not going to connect with you.
Yeah, maybe. But nature's just poisoning you with the shrooms. You got that
You
whole
really think that- is there a real difference, you think, because it's synthesized and
Absolutely.
Maybe.
do you have like a? 'Cause I always when in my Psychonaut days, I always preferred acid, but the thing with the plants is that I always felt like kind of that Terrence McKinney thing, like these damn plants are like trying to talk to me, and I didn't like it a lot of times.
Right.
You don't get that with LSD because it's a copy of
the ergot stuff,
the ergot fungus, right? The grew on wheat, so or rye, whatever it was, whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's an analog, so it's a chemical synthetic. It's fake. It's not original.
But I had really, spiritual feeling, nature oriented experiences with LSD.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
I'm not saying you can't have it. It's just harder. It's like built into mushrooms, and with LSD, you have to work at it. How's that?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And also, I don't know what it is, but like the hangover from mushrooms, like I always just feel like it just sucks. Like it's not that good. But like LSD, I always felt like I had this weird, like really good feeling fucking glow the next couple days off of it. Yeah, dude, just feeling great. But
Either
yeah,
way, one way or another, we're dosing Adam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Totally.
That's
Make tea.
Rob's
Make-
personal goal.
You take 2.5 ounces or 2.5 grams, and you boil
2.5 ounces.
it. Whatever, depending on how much water you make a tea out of it.
You ever been to the moon?
Yeah, you could do a tea. Yeah, dude, you're definitely you're talking to God with that.
Any very negative psychedelic experiences you'd like to share?
Only one time, and that was because I'm pretty sure it was the person I was with. I tripped with my ex, and it was not it wasn't a good time at all. Not a good time.
Gotta have the right environment.
Yeah, exactly. But that was the
I've
only
never
time.
had a bad trip.
Every other time it's
Trip
been
on
great.
Saturday night. It was my freshman year in college. I was up in the dorms, and this was in DeKalb, Illinois, Northern Illinois University. And my friend, his nickname was Sponge. So Sponge goes, "I got some acid." I'm cool. So we both took hits. I think it was orange something. It was orange blot or something like that. And he's like, "I'll be right back." And he took off and he's gone all night, left me in the room alone.
I'll be right back.
So I decided to go out looking for him. Can't find him at all. So I go back to my room and I'm watching The Dirty Dozen, I think it was The Dirty Dozen. And is there a Donald Duck in that movie? Because I kept saying Donald Ducks everywhere inside. That movie. Telly Savalas next to Donald Duck. Like, what the fuck is that doing?
Oh, Jesus.
That was my worst trip.
I had an absolutely terrible one with one of my best friends, and it like we had a little some kind of little argument or something, and it turned into like what felt like a full-on like Star Wars type psychic war.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
I'm not bullshit. It
Wow.
was like
Were you guys just mean mugging each other like
but it felt
telepathically?
like it was like energy waves. It felt was like so real, and like I was totally winning, and like he was
totally.
He was like smashed into the couch, and like and he told me you're Lucifer, and it was like just
oh man,
Lucifer.
It's not a good time.
I could feel like weird. I thought there was like entities jumping around through us, and it was like bad, dude. I've had other bad trips when I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey one time on I don't know how many.
Oof, yeah.
And like it's freaky because I started thinking about all the all the philosophical stuff, you know, like all the are we creating machines to replace us? Is it some kind of entity coming through from another dimension? All this stuff, you know, I'm just going through all this shit, and like I was at this girl's house, and her cats were fucking freaking out and like climbing up the walls and screaming, and like they were picking up on like my bad shit going on. It was like really bad.
Nice.
Facts. Yeah.
I think we need to share a memory.
Oh yeah, we'll play the
everybody's first trip stories.
Oh man,
Worst
I
trip
gotta.
I ever had. I was hanging out with my little brother at a friend's house, and we all dropped. And about 45 minutes later, we were like, "All right, this is bunk, whatever. Fuck it, we're going home." So me and my brother rode back to. We were both still living at our parents' house. I was like maybe 20, and walked in the door thinking they weren't home, and they were sitting at the kitchen table. Like you could see them down the hallway getting ready to play a game of Yahtzee. And they're like, "Oh, hey, guys, you guys want to play Yahtzee with us?" And my brother was like, "Nope, sick, tired," and like ran in the room and crashed. I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I just said yes. Why not? So I was like sitting there playing Yahtzee, rolling the dice. I couldn't count. I couldn't tell how many dots that were there. Everything was shifting around. My dad was actually filling my scorecard out for me, and like,
oh god,
wow,
yeah,
that's terrible.
It was pretty bad.
It's all about set and setting.
I'll tell you my first trip story.
James, you gotta let me get this jingle in first.
Oh, right on.
Share a memory that's unique to you. A memory worth retelling. And don't be afraid of being judged. Cause cruising with Steak is a designated safe space.
All right, it's official. We've been sharing memories. That's unique.
Yeah, now it's official.
Let's hear it, James.
Yeah, my unique to me first trip was on acid. I've done a bunch of acid. I've only done shrooms one time, but I'll do my first acid trip. Was 2 black pyramids.
Oh man,
were black pyramids, and yeah, so took those. Yeah, you're thinking nothing of it, and moreover, I was like, and this was on. Okay, I was in high school. This was on like a Tuesday or a Thursday night type deal. Like somebody's parents or something were out, you know, like so there's probably 10 or so
how it
people
works, man.
over there.
Go to the meetup house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't that far away from my house or anything, but me and my dude Mike, my bass player in my band, like we drive over there. There's a whole group of us all there. And I'd say, you know, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 of us took those, you know, at least about 2 apiece. And then yeah, like nothing was really happening, you know, everyone was hanging out, jamming music. And then when I knew it like kicked in, I was I walked down this hall because everyone was like hanging out in the back. Everyone's in different rooms and stuff. So I'm walking down this hallway and I noticed like the painting on the wall like move a little. I didn't think anything. I'm like, okay, or it was like maybe like one of those like depth tracer type things. Okay, and then I move into the bedroom, and all that's on in there is a old school like television with just the fuzzy screen on, just yeah. So I'm like, holy shit, okay. And then there's like 9 Inch Nails. That's what it was. 9 Inch Nails with I call it the scissor song. It's just like this, like this, like that. The whole first album, like there, and I'd have to tell you later on or something the name of that track, but it was like an instrumental, and there was like these reminded me something out of Edward Scissorhands or something. That's why I call it Scissorhands in my head. But so I'm like, so this music's playing, and then we're just bullshitting, smoking cigarettes, and just not really thinking anything of it. And then all of a sudden, I look over at the screen, and I'm watching. I'm like, you start morphing into the background and the music and everything, and then I'm on like this demonistic roller coaster ride through the fucking television. I'm on like full blown like whatever drops left, right, hard banks, whatever, right into the devil's mouth. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's on. Yeah. And I was all amped up after that. And then it just gets better. Like then I go back out in the living room. Like, then I'm that painting I walked by earlier. Then I'm standing in front of it for God knows how long. Cause it's like the coolest thing ever. Like there's just like, I don't even know. It could have been, it could have been dogs playing the dogs playing poker, pool, or whatever. I don't even remember what it was, but whatever it was bad.
All the Republican presidents,
right? Yeah, or just a George O'Keefe or something. Who knows? I don't even remember. But and then we're out in the living room and everyone's just having more of a blast. And then my one dude gets a candle and he fucking drips candle wax all over his arm, and he's like, check it out. I'm like, you're melting your skin. And he's like, just like drawing all these shapes on his skin and stuff, like because of the wax, and you can move it around. And I'm like, oh, I'm losing my mind. I'm like, this is the best night ever. And then like I said, it's like a school now. I'm like, then all right, so then I gotta go, and I drove there, so I'm like, it gets even better. I'm like, I gotta drive home.
School night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, I was like 17 or something. Yeah. And so
dropping acid on a school night. So the James Cruz story.
Mike all the way back up towards the lake where we live. Drop him off. On the way there, like, because I lived out in, I don't know, say it's weird. Like I grew up on the lake, but it's also like a little bit rural. So like there's cows and miles of nothing, and all of a sudden you're, a little bit more populated. But so on the miles through nothing, I roll up to a railroad crossing. Gate comes down. You ever seen a train tripping on acid? Oh my God! Dude.
No, I haven't.
Dude. The lights, as I'm rolling up there, like there's a couple cars in front, like maybe there was 2 cars, and I'm coming down the hill. I can see the things coming down, the glowing red eyes, ching, 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 bam. And then roll up behind the cars. I'm like, this is gonna be great. Like, sure enough, this train just comes ripping by, dude, and it just every graffiti tag, all the speed of light, it's all slowed down. Like it's just like the coolest thing ever. And that, and for some reason I have Onyx, the band Onyx, like the rap group Onyx. It's like slap, up. Yeah, that shit's like going on the radio and stuff. And I'm in like this metal band, and that shit's on my fucking radio. I don't even know, but that's just sticking in my head. And like it's just let the boys be boys. Yeah, let the boys be boys. Like, so like this train's ripping by. It's just a mesh of weirdness. And so the gates go up, man. I'm driving, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we're just driving, and I'm as the gate that like making over the humpback from the railroad tracks going. Then all of a sudden, red and blues behind us. This ain't no joke, dude. I'm not I don't know. I have no reason to make shit up. Fucking lights fly up behind me. I'm about like I'm amazed and like scared out of my ass at the same time. And they just bolt right by, just gone. Right around,
they were
like,
going past. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. And this is out in the middle of nowhere. So this all of a sudden, boom. Yeah. Like it happened so quick there. He was gone. So then after that, I'm driving a little bit more, and then because it's just like a one long ass road. And then I start driving over, and like the double, I'm like cruising along, and I keep moving over to the middle of the road because it's just a 2-lane road. And I move over like around one of the bends, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And then like the double yellow lines, and then like so I move a little bit over more, and they're just going right through my chest. I'm like, the double yellow lines on the fucking road are just going right through me. I'm like, this is insane. And yeah, it just. Yeah, then I make it to his house, and I come back, and then just like Rob was saying, where you ended up coming back home and ended up having to hang out with like your parents or your dad or whatever. Like, yeah, I get back and my dad's my dad's in the kitchen. And my dad was like, I always tell him, it's like one of the last of the Mohicans at the time. He still smoked a pipe, so he's sitting there in the kitchen smoking this pipe, and it's just like chasing dragons, you know, it's like, poof, just like these crazy shapes coming out. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, what's up? I'm like, nothing. Drop like off. I'm back. And it's like only like 11, you know, like it's just like was the weirdest thing. And then we were just hanging out there, and I remember looking up, and this weird, like almost those old like asbestos tiles with all those dots in them. And I remember just like staring up, and he was talking. And I remember just like I was counting to see if I could times out how many dots were in the square.
Jesus.
And yeah, I was like that's how my brain was rolling at the time. And then I think I remember finishing it off to where you do like the unsaid thing of just like start staring at yourself in the mirror.
Oh, dude, don't stare in the mirror.
And I've done that like almost every time I trip just because
dude, me too.
I liked it. I thought
dude,
it was
it's
crazy.
weird. You morph into some weird stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, like I started taking my finger and I would jam it into my temple, and it felt like my hand was just going through my skull.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Like, and every time like that was like the litmus test type deal, you know, like, am I tripping or not? Is my finger going through my brain? You know, like that was like always the ultimate test. So that was like my first, and I always were somewhere along the lines of something like that was going down or at a house or wherever. But yeah, that first time, just epic.
Sounds like a classic.
Classic James Cruz moment.
Yeah.
Next time we're on, we'll tell you all about Adam's first time.
Adam,
Yeah,
I can't believe
I've never done it, guys.
I cannot believe that.
Telling you,
meet up at the
put in some sweet tea, he'd never know.
Or Paramedian.
Dude, the brains, it's like a rubber band. You gotta stretch it out sometimes. Boing, boing, just get it going.
I haven't tripped in like 30 years, but
dude, I haven't done. Yeah,
you and Josh Cutchin could do it for your first times at Paramania.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
It's just the idea. The thing that was most apparent to me was that I realized there was more to reality than what I saw. I suspected it, but I didn't know. What after I did acid for the first time, I was like, okay, I'm right. There's like way more shit out there.
Yeah, things get weird.
And that's what I think it's good for.
Yeah, me being 40 now and trying it, my mindset would be totally different.
Yeah,
when I do it.
Rather than treating it like a party drug, back in high school.
Yeah. I'd be like on a mission to figure something out or something. I don't know.
Right.
At least that would be my intent, and then I'd have my first bad trip ever, probably.
I had to stop because it just started every time. It was just too supernatural. I just fuck the shit.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to look beyond the veil that many times.
Yeah, I put the veil back.
Hey guys, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, man, definitely. It was a good time.
We're gonna need to finish up our show, but
oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
Yeah, it goes fast. Yeah, we have.
We're just gonna put this up as like our Patreon thing.
Nice.
Do it. Yeah.
Cool.
Because if you guys are cool with that,
yeah, definitely.
And that maybe introduce some of our Patreons to you guys' show too.
Sweet. Cross promote. That's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'll into the show. I'll say something about it that we did. Like it's been like what hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Oh yeah, about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Oh,
sweet.
We're all about to turn into pumpkins over here. We're getting.
I bet. Yeah,
it's getting late.
Yeah, it's 11:11 here.
Yeah, man.
Later.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. And where can everybody find you? Conspirinormal?
Conspirinormal, www.conspirinormal.com. Satanic Gematria 666. And conspirinormal.podomatic.com is where you can find all the
ironic porn slap too.
All the
Ironic
archives.
porn
Yeah,
slap.
porn slap. Mhm.
Yeah.
You're still posting to YouTube.
Yeah, we still post on YouTube.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Times, yep.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Later, guys. Yep.
Are we still live?
We are still live, and yeah, thanks for listening, Lauren. Lauren's been with us the entire time.
The entire time.
She's
Wow.
number one fan.
Number one fan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. And you guys have a great night out there in podcast land. Good night.
Peace, love, Grimerica.fm.
I hear my soulmate whistling like a tea kettle, playing that seductive game, running through the meadow, amongst the flower petals, amongst the flower petals. She likes to swing on the swing set, singing 90s hit songs, 90s hit songs. How do you unfold your music? Have you got a computer synced up to an auto-tuner? Oh, woo-hoo-hoo. I got psychedelic in the summer. Man, it was a bummer when the leaves turn black, when the leaves turn black, when the leaves turn black. I tried to reach you, but my limbs were broken, but my limbs were broken. How do you unfold your music? Have you got a computer synced up to an auto-tuner? Oh, woo-hoo-hoo. Like a light at the end of a tunnel, I hear my soulmate whistling like a tea kettle, playing that seductive game, running through the meadow, amongst the flower petals, amongst the flower petals. She likes to swing on the swing set, singing 90s hit songs, 90s hit songs. How do you unfold your music? Have you got a computer synced up to an auto-tuner? Oh, woo-hoo-hoo. Up to an auto-tuner. Oh, woo-hoo-hoo.